We are living in an age of digital amplification, where the pressure to broadcast every achievement has become the default setting for human interaction. We have been conditioned to believe that if a success isn't posted, liked, or validated by a crowd, it didn't truly happen. We see an endless parade of hustle culture, influencers and performative workers who spend more time announcing their goals than actually achieving them. But beneath this wall of noise, a deeper, more powerful truth exists, a paradox that separates the masters from the amateurs. Welcome back to the Synthetix Stoic. Today, we are unpacking the silent success paradox. Why quiet discipline invariably outperforms loud boasting, and how you can harness this power to build a life of unshakable achievement. We are here to refine your iron mind. Chapter 1: The Dopamine Trap of Announcement. First reason the silent success paradox exists is rooted in our biology. When you announce a goal, whether it's starting a new business, hitting the gym, or mastering a new skill, your brain receives a premature hit of dopamine. This is known as social reality. Because you have received the praise and validation for the intent, your brain begins to trick itself into feeling like you have already achieved the result. The loud boaster is essentially a dopamine addict. They crave the immediate high of the announcement more than the long-term satisfaction of the accomplishment. This creates a dangerous feedback loop. The more you talk, the less you do. Your drive is leaked out into the world in the form of words, leaving you with no fuel for the actual work. A Synthetix Stoic understands that every word spoken about a goal is energy stolen from the goal itself. Within the Synthetix Hub, we learn to keep our intentions close to our chest, allowing the pressure of our ambitions to build up internally until it has nowhere to go but into the work. Chapter 2: Internal Validation and the Stoic Citadel. The second pillar of the paradox is the source of your validation. Loud boasting is a symptom of external dependency. If you need to tell the world about your success, it is because you don't yet believe in it yourself. You are seeking a mirror in the crowd to tell you that you are valuable. The Stoics, from Epictetus to Marcus Aurelius, taught us that true virtue and achievement must be their own reward. This is the essence of the Inner Citadel. If your self-worth is tied to the applause of others, you have handed over the keys to your kingdom to a fickle mob. They can cheer for you today and forget you tomorrow. Quiet discipline, however, is built on the foundation of internal validation. It is the practice of doing the right thing, or achieving a difficult milestone, simply because it is the right thing to do, not because someone is watching. When you succeed in silence, you prove to yourself that your character is stronger than your ego. You build a form of confidence that is quiet, grounded, and terrifyingly resilient. You don't need to shout your worth because your presence and your results speak for themselves. Chapter 3: The Energy Drain of Performance. Think of your daily mental energy as a finite battery. In the digital era, the act of performance, maintaining an image, crafting the perfect post, responding to the feedback of the crowd, is a massive drain on that battery. It is a constant background process that eats away at your CPU. The loud boaster is always performing. They are constantly checking the metrics of their life, rather than the substance of it. This is the energy leak that kills great projects before they can even begin. Strategic silence, on the other hand, is a form of energy conservation. When you choose not to boast, you are reclaiming that energy. You are taking the power that others waste on PR and reinvesting it into the craft. This is why quiet discipline is more sustainable. The man who works in silence can work for decades without burning out, because he isn't carrying the weight of the world's expectations on his back. He is focused, streamlined, and efficient. He doesn't need to look up to see if anyone is watching. He is too busy mastering the simulation. Chapter 4: Compounding in the shadows, success is not a singular event. It is the result of thousands of invisible repetitions. This is the mastery loop. The most significant growth happens when no one is looking, in the late nights, the early mornings, and the mundane, daily habits. Loud boasting is an interruption to this compounding process. Every time you pause to announce your progress, you break the flow state. You invite the world's opinions and distractions into your laboratory. But when you remain silent, you allow your progress to compound undisturbed. There is a unique power in being underestimated. While the world is busy looking at the loud talkers, the quiet achiever is building an empire in the shadows. By the time the world notices your success, it is already so massive and so well established that it cannot be stopped. This is the ultimate silent success. It is not built on the shifting sands of hype, but on the solid rock of consistent, unannounced action. Chapter 5. Embracing the paradox, amor fati. Finally, we must learn to love the silence itself. Amor fati, the love of fati, means embracing the reality that true mastery is a lonely, quiet path. It means being okay with being misunderstood or even ignored by the masses while you are in the middle of your climb. The digital world will tell you that you are falling behind because you are underloud enough. It will try to bait you into the competition of self-promotion. Your task as a Synthetix Stoic is to be indifferent to these signals. Love the work more than the credit. Love the growth more than the glory. When you finally achieve your goal, don't rush to the microphones. Let the result be the only announcement you ever need. The highest form of power is the power that doesn't need to prove itself. Conclusion. The return to the silence. We have explored the dopamine trap, the power of internal validation, the conservation of energy, and the compounding of silence. These are the layers of the iron mind. You now understand that while the world shouts for attention, the wise man works in the quiet. As this session ends, I challenge you to take your most important goal and keep it a secret for the next 30 days. Don't post it, don't tell your friends, don't seek a single like for it. Just do the work. Feel the pressure build. Feel the discipline sharpen. Discover what happens when you stop performing and start becoming. Thank you for joining us at the Synthetix Stoic. Turn off the noise. Return to the silence and master your destiny from within the hub. Stay focused, stay synthesized, stay stoic.